said, are you gonna be my girl?
You all know what you have to do. No one, and I mean no one, comes into our house and pushes us around. It's your game. Let's do it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to stand before you today for such a special celebration. I'm Harry Tidgewell, and, well, it's quite a beautiful day for the ceremony. It sure didn't deter any of our baseball players from wearing their flip-flops out today, but words alone cannot capture the greatness that graces historic Guardians Field. 25 years of excellence, highlighted by a league-best 8 NECBL championships, speaks to the Newport Gulls' success between the foul lines. But what truly sets this organization apart is what you see before you right now. More than 50 Gulls alumni have returned to Newport for this remarkable occasion, a testament to the lasting impact this organization has had on so many lives. Today, we also celebrate the induction of the 7th class in the Newport Gulls Hall of Fame. Our 10 newest inductees join an elite group recognized for their tremendous contributions, dedication, and commitment to making the heart of Newport even stronger. Before we introduce all of our returning alumni and this Hall of Fame class, we'd like to give a special thank you to our guests today, Mayor Charlie Holder and NECBL Commissioner Sean McGrath. Just a quick round of applause for those two. And, of course, our Board of Directors, Chuck Pava, Chris Patsos, Ron Westmoreland, Mark Horan, and Greg Fader. We'd now like to give some slight recognition to all of our returning alumni joining us here today. First, from 2001 and 2002 out of Lemoyne, Eddie Harper. A member of the 2006 and 2007 squad, John Giusti. A member of the 2010 squad, Dan Gamache. A member of the 2014 and 15 squad, Reid Gamache. A member of the 2019 squad and current assistant coach, Dylan Brown. A member of the 2022 squad and current assistant coach as well, Noah Martinez. A member of the 2023 and 2024 squad, Nico Brini. Dan Smith, a member of the 2002 squad. Kevin Green, who was here in 2001. Scott Virgilak, who was with us from 2006 all the way to 2009. Coach Kevin Winterroad, who spent a total of 6 seasons with the Newport Gulls, dating all the way back to 2010. Current pitching coach Kevin Long, who's been with the Gulls for 6 seasons as well, going all the way back to 2011. And current hitting coach Teddy Regan, who's been with the Gulls for the last 5 years. We'd also like to recognize the current members of our Newport Gulls Hall of Fame, Rafael Lara, Billy Gracier, Michael Bergeron, Rusty Begno, Chris Stanton, current manager Mike Coombs, Christine Hedrickson, and Nick Lima. And Now for the gentleman sitting directly behind me, our 7th Newport Gulls Hall of Fame class. Just a round of applause for all of their accomplishments before we get into these guys. First up is Mayor Richard Sardella, Carmen Carcone, Norm Provost, Chase Reid, Mike Tamsin, Adam Wilk, Dan Mahoney, Troy Dixon, Ben Roberts, and last but certainly not least, Yale Rosen. Now, I, of course, can only speak so much on everybody that sits behind me here today and the Newport Gulls organization as a whole, but someone that knows this place better than anyone is the Newport Gulls president and general manager, Chuck Pava. Chuck, the floor is yours.
Thank you, folks, for attending tonight's Hall of Fame induction. And apologize for the weather and the delay to get this done, but we are just going to hold the fort and keep going. Welcome to Cardines Field as we celebrate our 25-year anniversary in the induction of our 7th Hall of Fame class for the Newport Gulls. First of all, like in 25 years, folks, I'll make this brief, but we're thankful for so many people and extremely gratified and our gratitude towards all the people who've made this organization work over the last 25 years. It starts really with the host families, the sponsors, the volunteers, the interns, all those people who have dedicated their nights down here. And I'd like to also just mention briefly that we've lost some of our members, our host families, over the years, and I'd like to recognize those not individually, but they did a lot to build this organization. There's been many hands that touch this, and it's the community that supports this baseball team and makes it what it is. So we're very grateful for that. Being inducted into any Hall of Fame is a tremendous honor. Being named into a Hall of Fame recognizes and commemorates individuals who have achieved exceptional success and have made lasting, outstanding contributions to the game of baseball, and in this case, to the Newport Gulls. You all have had exceptional summers as a Gull or have contributed to the success of this organization. Thanks to all the alumni, Hall of Famers, and inductees for setting a standard of excellence here in the NECBL. Thank you all for attending today. Thank you all for making this effort. We're very fortunate. We've built a family here over 25 years. It's special, it's unusual for summer college baseball, but we're very grateful for what we've done here, and it couldn't have happened without really all of you. Thank you all, and thank you for coming today.
Thank you, Chuck. As I'm sure you all noticed, Mr. Pava actually went and got a haircut for this weekend's festivities. But now I'd like to introduce a very important member of the Newport community, our very own Mayor, Charlie Holder.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. I got to turn this up following Chuck. He's a little shorter than I am, so I'll just pull this thing right out. On behalf of the city, I want to thank the Newport Gulls organization for becoming one of, if not the most family-friendly events that we have here in the city of Newport, and it's a great thing to have. And for 25 years of giving so much back to the community, we thank you very much from the city and the bottom of my heart as well. I want to give a special shout out to all the Hall of Fame inductionees. Congratulations very much, because you were part of this success as well. And it means a great deal to so many people in the community. I do want to make one special thank you, and that's Mayor Richard Sardella for what you've done, not only for the Newport Gulls, the city of Newport, in your time on the city council and as mayor, but also for the hospitality industry and make it possible for someone like myself to follow in your footsteps and be here today. So, Richard, thank you so much. And congratulations to the Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Mayor Holder. I'll tell you what, if you had told me at the beginning of the summer that I'd be introducing the mayor by the end of the season, I'm not sure I would have believed you, but it's quite an honor to have you with us here today. Before we recognize this year's Hall of Fame class, we have one more distinguished guest to welcome. The NECBL is home to 13 teams spanning all 6 New England states, and we're honored to have League Commissioner Sean McGrath here to share a few words.
Hello, Newport. Hello, Cardines. It's great to be here today. As Commissioner of the New England League, it's an honor to join you here tonight to celebrate a quarter century of Gulls baseball. Throughout the celebration this weekend, you're going to hear about many special people, and they're going to be recognized for their achievements, like the players and the coaches. But I'd like to take a moment to spotlight 2 important individuals who do so much for our league. What people don't see is the sheer volume of work, passion, and time invested in the off-season that make all of this possible. In addition to running the Gulls organization, one of the finest in the country, these 2 serve on the NECBL Board of Directors and have shaped our league into what it is today with their leadership. So I'm talking about Chuck and Chris. So I'm going to ask you to please stand up and give these individuals a big applause. Let's go, Chuck. They and their families have sacrificed so much alongside them for the last 25 years, and it's truly special. And none of this would be possible without this group, without their leadership. I also want to acknowledge Mark Horan, Greg Fader, and Ron Westmoreland for their contributions to the Gulls organization for the quarter century. So when I was trying to put into words what the Gulls mean to the New England League, I realized it's actually quite simple. It spells out the very name of the city they call home, Newport. So N, national. Newport isn't just a world-class sailing city. The Gulls have put it on the map as national powerhouse in summer collegiate baseball. E, entertaining. Just walk into Cardines Field on any summer night and you feel it instantly. The Gulls don't just host a baseball game. They create unforgettable summer memories and some of the best family fun in our region. Winning, speaks for itself. The NECBL has been around since 1994. The Gulls, since their debut, have won 8 Fay Vincent Senior Cup championships. They raised the level of play of our entire league and, quite frankly, probably all of summer collegiate baseball. P, philanthropic. Even as a nonprofit organization, the Gulls give back more than they receive. From youth camps to community nights, we have all seen the countless ceremonies at home plate where this organization lifts up local families and special causes. Outsized, Rhode Island's not the biggest state. Cardines, not a major city. Newport, not a major metropolitan city. Cardines, not a 10,000, 50,000 seat stadium. Yet the impact that they make, that this organization makes, is enormous. It's well outsized the size of the organization, Cardines and Newport, and truly remarkable. R, respected. The Gulls command immense respect in the game of baseball at every level. Locally, elite college programs from every corner of the country, fellow summer leagues aspire to be like the Gulls, and of course, Major League Baseball. Talented. Newport brings us to the very reason we're gathered here tonight, the 7th Hall of Fame class. With hundreds of players drafted and more than 40 Major League Baseball alumni, the talent of this year's Hall of Fame class is a testament to what makes the Gulls one of the best summer collegiate baseball league teams in the entire country. So when you spell it out, Newport It's not just a vacation destination. It's home to the gold standard for summer collegiate baseball. So on behalf of the NECBL and the New England League, the Gulls, to the Gulls Hall of Fame class, the fans, host families, sponsors, and the entire organization, congratulations on a spectacular 25 years, and I can't wait to see what's ahead. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, before we get into the induction of this year's Hall of Fame members, we would ask that if all could please rise, if able, for the performing of the national anthem by Wendy Canberra.
I'm here on behalf of the Newport Navy choristers from the Navy base, and we just want to express our congratulations to you all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much. Thank you. And now, without further ado, the moment we've all been waiting for, the induction of Newport Gulls' 7th Hall of Fame class. When it comes to introducing these exceptional honorees, there's only one man for the job. Please welcome Newport Gulls Hall of Fame broadcaster Nick Lima, inducted into the Newport Gulls Hall of Fame in 2024. Nick has been one of the defining voices in franchise history. Widely regarded as the father of Newport Gulls broadcasting, Nick, alongside his brother Tom, built the organization's media operations from the ground up and helped establish the Gulls broadcast as the gold standard in the NECBL. A two-time NECBL All-Star broadcaster, Nick called more than 500 Newport Gulls games, including 8 league championship series, bringing countless unforgettable moments at Cardians Field to life. There was passion, professionalism, and dedication behind the microphone. He connected generations of fans to the rich tradition of Newport Gulls baseball. His outstanding contributions have left a lasting impact on the organization, both on and off the air. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Newport Gulls Hall of Fame broadcaster Nick Lima.
Thank you, Harry. Well, in the words of my fellow Hall of Famer, longtime Newport Gulls public address announcer Adano Hanley, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Cardians Field as we get set here tonight to induct 10 outstanding individuals into this prestigious organization's Hall of Fame. Before we begin, I really want to thank again, as the commissioner already has, the incredible efforts over the last 2.5 decades of Chuck Pava, Chris Patsos, Ronnie Westmoreland, Mark Horan, and Greg Fader to lead this organization and do what is nearly impossible to do, but to continue to raise the bar, to continue to achieve new and higher levels of greatness, and most importantly, to allow others to realize their own talents, to realize their own success, to realize what they can give back to the community through service, through volunteerism, through serving as a host family, through being a coach, and for 7 of the gentlemen being inducted here today, through being a player and showcasing their incredible talent and athleticism on the field. So to the ownership group of the Newport Gulls, another round of applause and thank you for everything you've done for this city and community. I had the honor and privilege of being the broadcaster here for 12 years. I sat in that broadcast booth, and I consider this to be sacred ground. The things that I saw here, the amazing feats, the championship wins, the playoff games, the electric atmosphere of this ballpark when it was full on a Friday night, they will be with me for the rest of my life. And the tens of thousands of fans who have come here and experienced the same, and the hundreds, if not over 1,000 players who have come here and experienced the same, and the many others who are part of this organization who have experienced the same, all I know treasure this ballpark, and it is such an incredible honor to be inducting the 10 new members of the Hall of Fame class here at Cardines Field. Just as so much happened in the 12 years I was here, and so much has now happened in the 10 years since I myself became a Newport Gulls alumni, including 2 more NECBL titles. Much happened before I arrived in 2004, because the team, of course, moved here from Cranston in 2001. And at the very beginning, Richard Sardella had an impact that stretched beyond just the Newport Gulls. His commitment to the community here in Newport began in 1980 when he opened Sardella's Italian restaurant, which has remained a Newport staple for more than 4 decades. Through his restaurant, he's built lasting relationships with residents and visitors alike, becoming one of the city's most recognizable and respected business owners. His dedication to Newport extended into public service in 1995 when he was elected to the Newport City Council. Richard later served as mayor of Newport from 2000 to 2005, a period that included one of the city's most significant additions to its summer tradition, the arrival of the Newport Gulls here at Cardines Field in the team's inaugural 2001 summer season. From the very beginning, Mayor Sardella embraced the Gulls as more than just a baseball team. He recognized the organization's potential to bring families together, showcase Newport to thousands of visitors each summer, and provide a source of community pride. His support during the team's formative years here helped establish a strong partnership between the city and the Gulls, creating a welcoming environment that allowed the franchise to grow into one of the premier college summer baseball organizations in the entire nation. Today, Richard Sardella remains one of Newport's most recognizable figures and contributes to an active presence throughout the community. His legacy is defined not only by his years of public service and success as a local business owner, but also by the lasting role he's played in helping the Newport Gulls become a cherished part of this city's identity. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in honoring Newport Gulls Hall of Famer, Mayor Richard Sardella.
Thank you. That's a pretty tough guy to follow. I want to thank the organization, the leadership of this organization, and I want to thank Mayor Charlie Holder for his wonderful comments this evening. When it was first announced that the Hall of Fame inductees were first announced, one of my employees read in the paper that I was being inducted. Alex is 27 years old, and he's worked for me for the last 5 years. And when he did, he said, "Wow, Rich, I never knew you played for the Gulls." Well, I blew a golden opportunity. I should have said, "You know, Alex, yeah, I did. I was a star shortstop back in 2001. I was a Golden Glove, a winner. I had a .410 batting average." But Alex went on to say that since he was a kid, he and his family, once a week, would have an outing and go to a Newport Gulls game. It was their family night. And he did that for the first 10 years that he could remember of his life. That's what we tried to achieve when we brought the Gulls to Newport. And damn it, was that successful. The Gulls have given Newport an opportunity that didn't exist before. Cardinals Field came alive once again, and Newport families and visitors alike enjoy the take me out to the ball game all summer long. Thank you for this wonderful honor. Thank you for what you do for our community. Thank you to the host families, the volunteers, the staff of the Gulls, and my fellow inductees. Thanks.
Thank you, Mayor. We're going to stay at the beginning, the 2001 season. As the first manager in Newport Gulls history, following the franchise's move to Newport from Cranston in 2001, Carmen Carcone helped usher in a new era at historic Cardinals Field. Under his leadership, the Gulls posted a 25-15 benchmark regular season record and captured the franchise's first ever New England Collegiate Baseball League championship, immediately establishing Newport as a powerhouse in the NECBL. Known for his baseball knowledge, leadership, and ability to connect with players, Coach Carcone helped create the winning culture that would define the Gulls for decades to come. His 2001 team not only brought a championship to Newport in the organization's inaugural season here in the city by the sea, but also helped ignite the fan support and community atmosphere that transformed the Gulls into one of the NECBL's marquee franchises. His coaching career extended far beyond Newport. He previously served as head coach at Dowling College, where he led the program to 5 consecutive conference championship appearances and earned Coach of the Year honors. He later managed the Orleans Cardinals to a Cape Cod League championship and was named the Cape League's Manager of the Year. Coach Carcone also coached at University of Maryland and other collegiate programs throughout his career, building a reputation as one of the game's most respected baseball minds. Today, Carmen resides in Woodstock, Georgia, with his wife Amanda, his son Gino, who plays hockey in the OHL, and his daughter Nina, who will be attending University of Florida to play softball this August. He is now a scout for the San Francisco Giants in Major League Baseball. For his impact on the organization and his role in delivering the first championship in Newport Gulls history, Carmen Carcone remains one of the most influential figures in franchise history and a cornerstone of this team's early success. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Newport Gulls Hall of Famer, Coach Carmen Carcone.
Wow, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to thank the Newport Gulls Hall of Fame Committee, the Board of Directors, for this incredible honor. A special thank you to our President and Vice President, Chuck Pava and Chris Patzos. How about last night? Last night was amazing. The Gulls won. With the exception of Chuck saying I worked for the 49ers, it was a remarkable night. But seriously, the turnout, the returning players, it was really unbelievable. And you guys up there, you represented well. Well done, guys. But Chuck and Chris, your enthusiasm, your passion, your love for the game, your love for your players, your coaches, that's what makes this place so special. I'd also like to thank Mark Horan for opening up your home and getting this thing going the right way from the beginning. Ron Westmoreland, thank you for all you do. Greg Fader, O'Brien's was rocking. That was a great time. I didn't want last night to end. It was just an amazing night. Thank you. And I want to congratulate all the Hall of Fame members, and especially this year's class. It's a privilege to be inducted alongside such an amazing group. I'd also like to recognize Coach Mike Coombs. Much respect for what he has done here. He's running out of fingers for his rings, and well done, Coach. Much respect for that. The Gulls have come such a long way since 2001. The year before 2001, we were in Cranston, Rhode Island. We didn't even have a turtle. We had to go chase foul balls across the street. But Once again, I would like to thank Chuck and Chris for getting me here. I'd also like to thank Joe Strong, who hired me in Cranston. But I have one little story I want to share. It's a memory I have of Newport. Chris and Chuck got us the best possible place you can live. It was on Thames Street, in the middle, big picture window, overlooking the main strip. It was unbelievable. Although we didn't have furniture, we didn't have beds, we didn't have a TV. So Chuck says, get in the car. We're getting a truck. We're going somewhere. And we were halfway down the road. I go, where are we going? He's like, we're going to the Salvation Army to get you guys mattresses. I'm like, Chuck, turn the car around. We're not sleeping on Salvation Army mattresses. And this guy, like, he got us the best beds, the best place to live. Him and Chris do so much. I just can't explain how much these guys do for everybody. Year after year, these guys make this place better. They bring in elite talent. Some of the players who have wore a Newport uniform, J.J. Blade, Chris Taylor, Will Smith, Chris Ionetti, Tommy Edmond. I mean, it's incredible. They've had 50 major league players in 25 years. Well done, guys. So you guys up there, that means two of you guys are going to play in the big leagues. Which two is it going to be? Speaking of the players, though, this is really what it's all about. It's all about the players. The 2001 Newport Gulls team was special. We had a bunch of dogs. I'd like to recognize every member of that championship team right now. Chris Barlow, Mike Bergeron, Anthony Bernazzani, Mike Bolander, Mike Botello, Julian Davis, Joe Engel, Greg Fader, Billy Grazier, Eddie Harper, Jay Jarozinski, Paul Johnston, Jason Kane, Joel Kirsten, Jeff Lacker, Rafael Lara, Kai O'Bray, Matt Skrypak, Clayton Turner, Eric Weingartner, and A.J. Zitgraf. Thank you guys for taking a chance on a first-year organization. Thank you for believing in what we were trying to do here. I loved coming to the field every day because you guys made it fun. You guys made Newport what it is, and I'll always be proud of that championship and share that together with you. I'd also like to thank a special guy, Kevin Green, who was our assistant coach. Kevin's here today. Kevin's a former pro player, pro coach. He's an outstanding coach. He even met his wife, Angie, here in Mudbill Pub, so it's a really special place to Kevin. I'll never forget his mid-season meeting. He took the team under the bleachers here and chewed their ass, and it really turned around our season. So Kevin, we just want to know how much you're appreciated, and we remember that, and we want to thank you for all you did. I also want to thank our pitching coach, Dan Ninemeyer. He's not here today, but handling the pitching staff is one of the most important things you could do, and Dan did a great job at that. I want to thank Octavio Diaz, another assistant coach. He was always positive, he was always smiling, and he was Raphael's personal translator. I also want to thank the host families, all the volunteers. Like everybody just said, the people are what make this place so special. If I've forgotten anybody, I apologize. Please know how grateful I am, and thank you. Finally, to my family who couldn't be here tonight, my mom and dad, thank you for everything. And most importantly, I want to thank Jesus Christ, because without him, we're not here. Amen. God bless.
Thank you, Coach. You know, what really makes the Newport Gulls organization special is that now here in the 7th Hall of Fame class, the team has continued to recognize not just the players who brought championships and records here to Cardines Field, but the support staff, the coaches, the people who also make the organization run behind the scenes. Norm Provost was a cornerstone of the Newport baseball community for 15 seasons here. He served as the Newport Gulls head athletic trainer and physical therapist from 2004, the year I started here, through 2018. Renowned for his dedication, professionalism, and compassionate care, Norm helped generations of collegiate athletes stay healthy and perform at their best during their summers here in Newport. Norm's lasting relationship with the players has continued throughout their college years and even beyond, often advising them as adults or as parents, a testament to his strong character and commitment to the people he meets. Throughout his tenure, the Gulls have captured 4 NECBL championships, and Norm's efforts in keeping the team healthy played a vital role in that success. Whether it was preparing players before games, helping them recover from injuries, or providing the highest level of care throughout the season, he has been an invaluable member of this organization for so many years. Today, Norm and his wife, Kathy, reside on Hilton Head Island in South Carolina. Their son, Andrew, lives in Bluffton, South Carolina, while their son, Patrick, resides right here in Wakefield, Rhode Island. Norm's loyalty to the Gulls and unwavering passion for his profession has earned him the respect and admiration of players, coaches, staff, and fellow athletic trainers all across the NECBL. Although much of his work took place behind the scenes, Norm's impact on the Newport Gulls cannot be overstated. His tireless dedication, steady presence, and genuine care for every player made him one of the most respected and beloved figures in Newport Gulls history. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Newport Gulls Hall of Famer, Norm Provost.
Thank you very much. First, I'd like to congratulate all my fellow inductees. It's been an honor to be inducted into this class with you. Next, I'd like to thank Chuck, Chris, Ron, Mark, Greg for their support over the years. I'd like to thank my Gulls family, Don, Al, Rick Lombardi, Christine, Nick, to name a few people. I'd like to thank the medical staff I worked with over the years, Dr. James Marr, my work wife, Ruth Gauthier, all the other physical therapists and trainers I worked with over the years. But most importantly, I want to thank the love of my life, my beautiful wife, Catherine, and my sons, Andrew and Patrick. If it wasn't for their love, their support, and their patience, I wouldn't have been able to do this for 15 years. Most games, I just came to a ballpark, watched the game that I love, played by a team I love, happened to be in the dugout with some of the best coaches in the NECBL. Mike Coombs, Al Leva, Kevin Long, Scott Virgilac, Kevin Winterroad, to name a few. I'd come onto the field, try to treat each one of these players like they were my own family, and did what was best for their health and for the team. To be honest, most days I sat on an ice bucket at the end of the dugout after stretching out a few players, checking on injuries, and just watched the baseball game. Again, thank you very much for my fellow inductees and for the Newport Gulls for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
As we sit here at the field, I can hear the clanging of the nets against the poles. I can hear the Newport Gulls, the actual Gulls, seagulls, chirping in the background. It's probably one of the few ballparks in the country or the world where the actual mascot flies across the field all day. It just really is a magic place. But the real magic here has come from the players who brought championships and titles, the players who brought us moments that we will never forget. And tonight, we will now honor 7 players and welcome them to the Newport Gulls Hall of Fame, starting with Chase Reid. Chase was a flamethrower for the Newport Gulls 2008 squad. After an award-filled high school career, Chase committed to play college baseball for the Vanderbilt Commodores, one of the nation's premier programs. Following his freshman campaign with the Commodores, the hard-throwing right-hander headed north to Newport for his first summer of collegiate baseball and quickly became one of the most electric pitchers in the entire NECBL. He carved his name into the record books, not just for Newport, but for the entire New England Collegiate Baseball League. He still holds the NECBL single-game record with 19 strikeouts, which happened right here at Cardines Field on July 4th in 2008. That dominant performance showcased his overpowering fastball and ability to miss bats at a truly elite level. That historic outing became one of the defining moments of the Gulls' 2008 season and helped earn Chase Reid NECBL Rookie of the Year honors. Throughout the summer, he established himself as one of the league's toughest arms to face and a key piece of Newport's pitching staff. Today, Chase resides in Santa Fe, New Mexico, with his wife Allison and his two daughters, Ava, who's 10, and Elsie, who's 8. Chase later continued his baseball journey professionally after leaving the Gulls in the St. Louis Cardinals organization, where he spent 3 seasons in professional baseball developing through the minor leagues. Across his professional career, Chase logged 146 innings with a 3.70 ERA while recording another 139 strikeouts, further proving the talent and potential that made Chase such a standout during his memorable summer here in Newport. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium Newport Gulls Hall of Famer, Chase Reid.
All right, thanks everybody. First just want to say thank you to the organization. Built such a great team for the past 25 years. It's just been compounding that history of the Newport Gulls. And it's just a great, great organization. I'm so thankful that my Vandy coaches brought me up to sarcastically inform me that I'm sorry to inform you, but you're going to Newport for the summer. I didn't know how special it was until I got here, but one of the best summers of my life. Want to thank my family, specifically my parents, who gave me the foundation to do what I could in my baseball career by driving to and from all the practices across town. Being a parent now, you know the sacrifices that are made to do that. I want to thank my wife. I love you, Allison. I love going through the ups and the downs with you, and for all your support. Want to say hi to my girls, Ava and Elsie. I'm excited to help, provide that foundation for them and their life and their path forward, and I'm excited to see what they do with their lives as well. I love that I'm receiving some hardware that I can point to in the future when I'm an old man talking to my children and grandchildren to say, I was a pretty good baseball player at some point, so I got some proof now. Thinking about the July 4th game, every July 4th that goes by, I think about it. Everyone that remembers that day only remembers the 19 strikeouts. They don't remember the bomb that I gave up to the first hitter with a changeup that got taken over that wall over there. But so thank you for getting that part. Thank you for everyone. It was really special being here and playing, and I want to just congratulate all the other Hall of Fame inductees here today. Happy to celebrate them, celebrate Newport, celebrate the host families, the fans. Really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody.
Congratulations, Chase. Our next inductee into the Newport Gulls Hall of Fame is Mike Tamsin. Mike established himself as one of the purest hitters in both Northeastern Huskies baseball and Newport Gulls team history. Throughout his 4-year collegiate career at Northeastern, Mike was a consistent force at the plate, finishing with an impressive .361 career batting average while building a reputation as one of the toughest outs in collegiate baseball. Mike reached another level during the summer of 2008 in Newport, however, putting together one of the greatest offensive seasons of the New England Collegiate Baseball League has ever seen. He batted a remarkable .417 during the season, winning the NECBL batting title while setting a Newport Gulls franchise record that still stands to this day. His historic average also ranks as the third highest single-season batting average in NECBL history, cementing his place amongst the league's all-time elite hitters. He had more walks at 25 than strikeouts, just 14, resulting in a remarkable .526 on-base percentage. So flip a coin, chances are Mike's going to be on base next time at bat. His ability to consistently drive the ball, reach base, and deliver in clutch moments made him a centerpiece of the Gulls lineup and one of the most feared bats in the league that summer. Mike was named, of course, to the NECBL All-Star team and was first team All-NECBL. Today, Mike resides in his hometown of Brantford, Connecticut, with his wife Maria and children Luca, who's 9, and Gabriella, who's 5. Mike's success at Northeastern and in Newport left a lasting impact on both programs. In recognition of his outstanding collegiate career and contributions to Huskies baseball, Mike Tamsin was inducted into Northeastern Athletics Hall of Fame in 2021, honoring a career defined by consistency, excellence, and one of the greatest hitting performances in both Northeastern's and Newport Gulls, and in fact, the league history. Ladies and gentlemen, Newport Gulls Hall of Famer Mike Tamsin.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for to the Newport Gulls for the honor, and congratulations to the rest of the inductees. It's an honor to stand up here with you guys. Everybody did everything that was very impressive, and it's a real honor to be standing here with you guys today. It's when I was thinking about what I wanted to say, it just kept coming back to the experience of playing here in Newport, right? I was fortunate enough to play summer baseball every summer when I was in college, and I played for 3 different organizations. And one organization, we stayed in state dormitories. In another one, you know, I stayed with, you know, even though she was legendary, an 85-year-old woman. So it was, let's just say, it was an incredible experience coming here. And the way Chuck and the whole organization treat their players is really second to none. So the way they make you feel like family when you come back. I mean, whenever you see Chuck, I mean, he just grabs you in a bear hug and just, you know, just is so happy to see you. That's why it's the experience of being here and being a part of this organization, which is a real honor. And that's why, you know, I'm from Connecticut. We come up here every year, try and catch a game, and it's just a place that you want to be because of, and it's a place I wanted to be and with my family because of the experience I had here. Played with incredible players up here, incredible baseball, very competitive. We weren't able to bring home the championship, but we got there, and it was one of the best summers of my life, and very happy that I was able to be a part of it. Wanted to thank my host family who's here tonight. Listen, I'm not sure. Ann worked at this place. I don't know if it's still there. It was called Fatuli's, and I swear she had to be net negative because, you know, when you're a kid that doesn't have so much money, you'd be like, oh, maybe we can go there and get a bag lunch, and oh, maybe, no, we're wearing out our welcome. I swear she was net negative. I think she had to pay to work there. So, Ann, thank you for always feeding us on the way to the field, and Jim and the family. It was just, it was pretty awesome to be part of your family for the summer. So thank you very much, and made it very memorable. Want to thank my family that was here tonight, mom, dad, you know, everybody here, driving to practice, driving to everything, trying to balance life, getting us where we needed to be. Thank you. I'm the youngest of 3 siblings. My brother, very, very competitive, let's say, between us. Have the police been called on a wiffle ball game when we were 8 years old? Possibly. So he's the one who got me started playing sports, and with my sister too, who's no longer with us, and I know she's looking down. She was one of my biggest fans, and you know, with them being so competitive, it got me to play sports, and I'm very thankful for them and provided the drive to try and be competitive and be good at anything I did. And thank you for traveling here. And then my immediate family, my wife, my high school sweetheart, she was just, when Chuck walked by, she pulled up a picture of us out on the field in 2008, you know, 16 years ago. So pretty special place. And like I said, we come here every year. And to my children, Luca and Ella, thank you for being you guys. And it's a pleasure to watch you guys grow up. And again, thanks everybody for coming. Also the whole organizations, the ops, you know, the volunteers, everybody, it's first rate. And thank you for making the experience unforgettable. And again, thank you for the opportunity to play here, and appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mike. Now we turn to one of the greatest pitchers that's ever tilled the rubber here at Cardines Field, Adam Wilk. Adam's remembered for one thing as a Gull, being nearly unhittable. Adam traveled cross country all the way from Long Beach State to join the Newport Gulls for the 2007 season and quickly established himself as one of the most dominant pitchers in franchise history. In 48 1/3 innings with the Newport Gulls, Adam allowed only 25 hits, a franchise record among qualified pitchers. His ERA was 1.12, and opposing hitters managed just a 153 batting average against a lefty. Also a team record. He consistently overpowered lineups with his command, poise, and ability to keep hitters off balance. Adam was named first team All-NECBL, and of course to the NECBL All-Star team that summer. His dominant summer here in Newport helped anchor the Gulls pitching staff and cemented his place amongst this organization's all-time great pitchers. Adam Wilk later joined the list of hundreds of Gulls in the pros, turning his standout collegiate and summer league career into a professional journey that spanned multiple levels of baseball around the world. He reached Major League Baseball in 2011, making his debut with the Detroit Tigers and spending parts of 2 seasons with the club. Afterwards, he continued his career internationally in the Korean Baseball Organization. Adam returned to the majors with the Los Angeles Angels before later splitting time between the New York Mets and Minnesota Twins in 2017. Over the course of his Major League Baseball career, he appeared in 13 games, making 5 starts, becoming another shining example of a Gull who successfully reached baseball's highest level. Today, Adam resides back in California in Buena Park with his 3-year-old son, Matthew. And again, he's cross-country again to return here to Cardines Field in Newport and join the Newport Gulls Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Adam.
I don't have enough good things that I could say about Newport, my time here. Obviously, coming from across the country, it was a little scary at times, just flying all the way, landing late. The very first night I'm here, staying at Chuck's house, a bunch of the players come and wake me up at like 3 in the morning. I don't know why they were up so late, but it was just a fun time here, from start all the way to finish. I want to thank everybody with the Gulls, from the volunteers all the way to the top. The city was great. I think we had, that might have been the first year that we had the Irish fans come and start their chants every year, and that was one of the most memorable parts of the summer, that they were out here every day cheering, having fun. I also had the same host family as Mike, and I will absolutely second the fact that getting sandwiches every day made Ann a net negative at that sandwich shop, but it was great that I had the opportunity to do that. Again, there's so many great superlatives you could say about this city and the way the community did everything here. for all the players. And you don't always realize how fun it is and how amazing it is while you're here. But coming back and being able to see this, you do really realize how awesome it was and what such a great summer and opportunity it was to come here. So I just want to say thank you to everybody here, and it was great to come back to Newport after such a long time.
Congratulations again, Adam. Unable to join us here today is another one of the all-time great pitchers for the Newport Gulls, Dan Mahoney. Dan grew up just a couple of hours from Newport in Ashburnham, Massachusetts, and stayed close to home to pitch for the Yukon Huskies baseball organization. Dan was drafted by the New York Yankees in the 16th round in 2007 out of high school. Following his freshman season at Connecticut, Dan arrived at Newport and quickly emerged as one of the premier pitchers in the NECBL that year. Pitching for the Gulls during the 2008 season, Dan showed electric stuff with a fastball in the mid-90s and the poise of a future professional arm. The hard-throwing right-hander dominated opposing hitters throughout the summer and earned league-wide recognition for his breakout campaign. He posted a 1.66 ERA in 15 games with 7 saves, pitching 21 innings with 36 strikeouts. His standout performance led to Dan being named the NECBL's Steven Strasburg Top Pro Prospect, becoming the first player in Newport Gulls history to receive this prestigious league honor. The award further solidified his reputation as one of the league's top young talents and a key piece of Newport's success during the season. Dan was named to the NECBL All-Star Team and naturally first team All-NECBL. Dan later turned his success in Newport into a professional baseball career after being selected by the Florida Marlins in the 4th round of the Major League Baseball draft. He spent 2 seasons in the Marlins organization before continuing his professional journey with affiliates of the New York Yankees. Across his professional career, Dan logged more than 150 innings while recording 113 strikeouts, continuing the development and promise he displayed during his memorable summer right here in Newport. Dan is currently working for the Washington Nationals as a roving pitching coach and resides in Lovettsville, Virginia, with his wife Laura and his 4 children, Ellie, Kara, Declan, and Dawson. While Dan is unable to join us today, he was able to record a few words, which we'll hear now.
To everyone with the Newport Gulls organization, thank you so much for this incredible honor. I'm truly humbled to be inducted into the Newport Gulls Hall of Fame. While I wish I could be there with you tonight, I wanted to share just how much this organization has meant to me. In the fall of 2007, just a few months into my college baseball career at the University of Connecticut, I sat down with Coach Jim Penders to discuss my summer ball options. Growing up in Boston, I had my sights set on playing in the Cape League. Instead, I had just 3 offers: somewhere in Alaska, the Torrington Twisters, and the Newport Gulls. Little did I know I was about to have one of the best summers of my life. When I arrived in Newport, I had just finished my freshman season at UConn with an 0-5 record and a 7.91 ERA. Looking back, I'm just grateful Chuck and Chris didn't change their minds. Instead, they welcomed me like family. As the summer went on, I realized Newport was so much more than a beautiful seaside town with great baseball. It was an organization built on first-class people, incredible fans, and a genuine commitment to every player who put on a Gulls uniform. Being named an All-Star, playing for a championship, and receiving postseason awards were incredible experiences. But when I think back on that summer, those aren't the first things that come to mind. I remember the people, the friendships, and the feeling of running in from the bullpen with the Irish fans chanting in the background. Those are the moments that have stayed with me. To this day, whenever someone mentions Newport, I smile. Playing for the Newport Gulls wasn't just my favorite summer in baseball. It was my favorite baseball experience, period. To Chuck, Chris, Coach Coombs, my teammates, the city of Newport, and everyone who has poured into this organization over the years, thank you for creating memories I'll carry with me forever. To be recognized alongside all the members of the Newport Gulls Hall of Fame is something that I will always cherish. Thank you for this incredible honor. Go Gulls.
Once again, congratulations to Newport Gulls Hall of Famer Dan Mahoney. Now we turn to Light Tower Power. Our next inductees are some of the greatest offensive players, not just in the history of the Newport Gulls, and we have seen some amazing offensive players over the summers here through 25 years, but in fact, some of the greatest offensive players in NECBL history. First up is Troy Dixon. Troy is widely regarded as one of the best hitters to ever wear a Newport Gulls uniform. After 3 successful seasons at St. John's Red Storm, Dixon arrived in Newport for the summer of 2016 and immediately became one of the most dangerous bats in the NECBL. A catcher, he put together a remarkable season at the plate, batting .371 to capture the NECBL batting title while consistently delivering in key moments for the Gulls offense. Troy added 17 extra base hits, including 15 doubles and 2 home runs, and posted a stellar .962 OPS, combining power, consistency, and leadership behind the plate throughout the entire summer. His breakout performance earned Troy the prestigious Rick League MVP award, making him just the 5th player in Newport franchise history to receive the honor of the league's most valuable player. And of course, he was named first team All-NECBL, cementing his place amongst this organization's all-time offensive giants. Following his collegiate career, Troy's standout play earned him selection by the Seattle Mariners in the MLB draft, beginning his professional baseball journey in the Mariners minor league system, where he spent 2 seasons developing as a catcher and hitter. In 2018, Troy continued his professional career in the Canadian American Association of Professional Baseball with the Sussex County Miners, helping guide the club to a league championship appearance. Troy Dixon's dominant summer here in Newport remains one of the finest offensive campaigns in franchise history and continues to stand as a benchmark for future Gulls hitters. Today, Troy resides in Long Island, New York, with his wife Brittany and daughter Ava, and he's here today as he enters the Newport Gulls Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, Troy Dixon.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Okay. It was 2016. I had just finished my junior season at St. John's, and I got told by the coaching staff there that I was going to Alaska to play summer ball. From there, I said, I don't even know where that is, but I really don't want to play there. And so I started calling pretty much every summer ball team in the Northeast that was close to home. And I got Chuck's phone. I called Chuck. And I said, hey, how you doing? I'm Troy Dixon. I'm a catcher at St. John's. I don't want to go to Alaska. And do you have a spot for me on the team? I really want to play. I just want to show you my talent. He said, who is this? Our roster's full, thanks. That night, their catcher hurt his hamstring. And fortunate for me, he called me back, and I was here the next day. The city means a lot to me. I really enjoyed playing here. The team was super fun. All the lessons that I learned here in baseball in general, I use in my life today. I'm currently a special agent with the Drug Enforcement Administration, the DEA. And so all the long nights, all the hard work, the teamwork, that discipline has carried over into my law enforcement career. And so that's truly special for me. The NECBL, the talent is incredible here, and that truly gave me confidence playing so well here to do it in my senior season at St. John's, to where I was drafted by Seattle. And I'll never forget my summer here, and I'm truly thankful for everyone here. Chuck, all the owners, coaches, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Our next inductee is Ben Roberts. Drafted in the 7th round out of high school by the Arizona Diamondbacks, Ben made the cross-country trip from Washington State to Newport not once, but twice, becoming one of the most consistent and productive players in Newport Gulls history. Over 2 standout summers here in Newport, Ben appeared in 74 games wearing a Gulls uniform and established himself as a key piece of some of the franchise's most successful teams. Ben Roberts dominated the NECBL during back-to-back campaigns, using his gap-to-gap power and disciplined approach at the plate to become one of the league's premier hitters. In 2013, he set the NECBL single-season record with 18 doubles, set a Gulls record, playing in all 44 games and scoring 43 runs, with a .312 batting average, 5 home runs, and 35 runs batted in for one of the most explosive offenses in franchise history. Ben Roberts consistently sparked the high-powered Newport lineup, helping the Gulls establish themselves as one of the top offensive teams in the league that summer. After falling just short of a championship in 2013, Ben Roberts returned to Newport in 2014 with unfinished business. His leadership, experience, and offensive production helped guide the Gulls to their 6th NECBL title, cementing his legacy as one of the franchise's most impactful players. And Ben, thanks for the ring. Ben Roberts' dedication to returning for a second summer and helping bring another title to Newport remains a defining part of his Gulls career and one of the many reasons he's remembered amongst the organization's all-time greats. An exceptional athlete. After playing baseball at Washington State, he went on to be a wide receiver on the University of Montana football team and signed as an undrafted free agent with the National Football League's Tennessee Titans. Today, Ben lives in Missoula, Montana, with his wife Madison and 2 sons, Booker and Soren, and he's journeyed back here to the City by the Sea today to be inducted as the next member of the Newport Gulls Hall of Fame.
Thanks, Nick. Good afternoon. What an honor it is to be here tonight, back in Newport, at one of the most historic ballparks in the country. To be inducted to the Gulls Hall of Fame is something that I never could have imagined when I arrived here back in 2013. The Gulls are so much more than a summer baseball team. They become one of the premier programs in college summer baseball, building a tradition of championships, excellence, and producing players who've gone on to professional and major league careers. The standard here has always been simple: compete, represent the city with pride, and win. When I think back on those summers here in Newport, I don't just remember the wins and success we had on the field. I remember the bus rides, the long days at Cardine's, the friendships, and the feeling of playing in front of fans who genuinely cared about us. The roar of Cardine's Field on those Newport nights is something that I'll never forget. In my time here, I was fortunate to share the field with so many great teammates. Chuck and the organization have always done an incredible job bringing some of the top players from across the country, and it has been amazing to watch many of them continue their careers past Newport and continue into professional baseball. Looking back now, it's crazy to realize just how special those teams really were. But what made Newport special wasn't only the talent on the field, it was the people. I would like to sincerely thank the ownership group, the Newport Gulls organization, for the recognition and for everything they have done for so many people over the years. To the board members, front office staff, interns, the grounds crew, and everyone who worked tirelessly behind the scenes, thank you. To the host families, Beth in 2013, and in 2014, the entire Pava family. Chuck, Melissa, Lauren, and Chris, thank you all for welcoming a stranger from Montana into your homes and treating me like family. Summer baseball only works because of the countless people giving their time and energy so that players have an unforgettable experience. Living with the Pavas for a summer was an interesting dynamic. Chuck was obviously the GM of the team, but also like a dad to me for the summer. The expectations were very high. Coming home after a great game, I'd be greeted with hugs, high fives, enthusiasm that only Chuck could bring. However, after a game with 3 strikeouts, no hits, I'd be in the backyard, forced straight to the batting cage while Chris and Lauren were splashing around in the swimming pool. in all seriousness, Chuck, Melissa, thank you for always treating me like family and for the amazing opportunities you provided. Thank you to the coaches, Coach Coombs for instilling professionalism in us and always emphasizing the importance of playing with grit. Coach Leva, thank you for the tireless hours spent in the cages, tweaking mechanics, trying new things. He was truly one of the best hitting coaches I ever played for. Coach Long, thank you for being a mentor and providing an optimistic outlook when things weren't going our way. The lessons, the laughs, and the injections, in Coach Coombs' case, will always be something I remember. I also want to thank my family. No player reaches a moment like this alone. To my mom and dad back home, thank you for the countless sacrifices you made for me along my athletic career. Thank you for your love and support and always being my biggest fan, no matter the outcome. Finally, I want to thank my wife, Madison, who's here tonight. Back then, she was my girlfriend, supporting me through all the uncertainty that comes along with chasing baseball dreams. She endured the long summers apart, the road trips, the ups and downs, and all the sacrifices that come with this game. Through every season in life, she has been my biggest supporter and my greatest teammate. Madison, thank you for believing in me and continuing to believe in me today. This honor means even more because I get to share it with you. And I can't wait to someday bring our boys, Booker and Soren, back to Newport so they can see what a special place this is. Baseball has a unique way of bringing people together and creating memories that last a lifetime. Newport gave me friendships, experiences, and lessons that I will carry with me forever. Wearing Newport across my chest was one of the great privileges in my athletic career. To be welcomed into the Hall of Fame of an organization of such rich history and tradition is a truly incredible honor. Thank you again to the Newport Gulls, my teammates, coaches, family, and everyone here tonight. I'm deeply grateful and will always be proud to call myself a Newport Gull. Thank you.
Thank you, Big Ben, for not raising the mic up too high so I didn't have to lower it too much. I think we're going to have to raise the mic again for our next inductee, however, and that is Yale Rosen. Yale Rosen is remembered as one of the greatest power hitters in Newport Gulls history. Arriving in Newport from Washington State Cougars baseball, Yale quickly became one of the most feared hitters in the NECBL. His combination of strength, bat speed, and clutch hitting turned historic Cardines Field into a launching pad throughout the summer season. Yale Rosen put together one of the most dominant offensive campaigns the franchise has ever seen, posting a remarkable .730 slugging percentage while blasting 12 home runs, both Newport Gulls franchise records that still stand today. In 2012, Yale had a .330 batting average with 10 doubles, 12 homers, 36 runs batted in, a threat every single time he stepped to the plate. His explosive production earned him NECBL Rookie of the Year honors. He was named to the NECBL All-Star team and named first team All-NECBL, establishing him as one of the premier offensive players in the league. He was also a driving force behind the Newport Gulls' 5th NECBL championship, anchoring an offense that finished the season with a league record .925 OPS. His ability to change games with one swing of the bat made him a centerpiece of one of the most productive teams in Newport Gulls history. Following his standout collegiate and summer league career, Yale was selected by the San Diego Padres in the 2014 MLB draft. The power continued throughout his professional career in the Padres organization, where he appeared in 126 games and totaled 47 extra base hits, including 17 home runs. Yale Rosen's unforgettable summer in Newport remains one of the greatest displays of power hitting we have ever seen in a Newport Gulls uniform. Today, Yale resides in Bozeman, Montana, with his girlfriend Sydney Harvey, son Cody Rosen, and daughter Casey Rosen. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the final inductee this evening, Newport Gulls Hall of Famer Yale Rosen.
Thank you. It's truly an incredible honor. In 2012, the Newport Gulls took a chance on a struggling freshman. I went 2 for 23 during my freshman season at Washington State University. For those who don't want to do the math, that's a .087 batting average. That summer, one small adjustment to my batting stance from Newport's hitting coach Al Leyva changed everything. From there, the rest is history. Breaking the Newport Gulls home run record was just the beginning. More importantly, that summer gave me the confidence and foundation to become the best player I could be, ultimately leading to my opportunity to be drafted by the San Diego Padres. Cardines Field will always hold a special place in my heart. I want to thank everyone in this organization for giving me an opportunity that changed the course of my career. I'll always be grateful for what the Newport Gulls did for me. The Gulls are truly a first-class organization, and I will forever be grateful to have been a part of it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute honor of a lifetime to recognize these 10 outstanding gentlemen here as new inductees into the Newport Gulls Hall of Fame. Before I introduce Newport Gulls Vice President, Baseball Operations, Chris Passos, to close out this evening's ceremony, please join me, please rise, remove your cap and tip it to the Newport Gulls 7th Hall of Fame class. And now, Newport Gulls Vice President, Chris Passos.
Before we hand it off to Mr. Patsos, we just wanted to recognize Newport, the state of Rhode Island, a certificate signed by Secretary of State Greg Moore, which reads, "Be it hereby known to all, I, Greg Moore, Secretary of State of the state of Rhode Island, extend my congratulations to the Newport Gulls' 25th anniversary. This group has been providing family-friend entertainment for 25 years. The Gulls are a pillar to the community, both on and off the field," signed by the Secretary of State. Congratulations.
Take this baby out of here. I'll take this out. Great. Thank you very much, Harry. Thanks, Nick. What a day today. Great that the rain stopped. Never rains on the Gulls. Thank you very much for everybody for coming today. All our Hall of Famers, our new class, which is outstanding. All our former players out here. All our current players. Thank you for coming out, guys. Appreciate that. Our fans, our sponsors, our host families, everybody who believes in what we do. It's a lot of work here. Thank you for my fellow board of directors. Thank you for all your hard work. Ronnie. Commissioner McGrath, thank you very much for coming down. Sean, thank you for the kind words. That was an outstanding speech. Very good. Really appreciate that, Sean. You know, it's been a long 25 years. It's been a fun 25 years. Thank you for Mayor Sardella for calling Chuck and I when Joe Strong came to talk about the team. I remember he called us in the office one day and said, "Oh, I got this guy in my office who's got this baseball team and he wants to bring it to Newport." I said, "Mayor, we'll be right down." Okay? We went down. About 10 minutes later, the Gulls were coming to Newport. Thank you, Mayor Sardella. Coach Carcone, unbelievable. Carmen Carcone, I love you, Carmen. Okay? Great coach. We inherited Carmen the first year, Chuck and I, from Dowling College. Chuck and I didn't know where Dowling College was, but we know where it is now, okay? Because Carmen came here and he put a stamp on this team right from the get-go, right from day one, okay? That team he had was a bunch of dirt bags, and like you said, he proved something. He went to the Cape, he proved it there. He went to Maryland, proved it there. He proved it with the Marlins, he proved it with the Giants. Great job. Thank you, Carmen, okay? Appreciate that. Normie, all the times at the ballpark here. No one was ever injured when Norm was here. Everybody played, okay? How's he doing, Norm? He's fine. How's he doing, Norm? He's fine. Fine. He's fine. Put some ice on it. He's fine. We love Normie, okay? Always love that. Thanks, Normie. Chase Reid, Vanderbilt, quiet man from Vanderbilt. Quiet kid, came up here. What a pitcher. What a pitcher. My favorite Vanderbilt player, by the way, Chase Reid. Okay, we had a lot of guys up here. Chase was a workhorse, and he was quietly did his job. Classy kid, and just worked and struck a bunch of guys out. Mike Tamsin from Northeastern. We wanted Mike. Mike was down the Cape playing for YD, Yarmouth Dennis, and we wanted Mike to come here, and we kept calling Coach Pickler and saying, Pick, when can we get Mike? Oh, yeah, he's tomorrow. Tomorrow would come, okay, Pick, I need him one more game. You know, so a week went by. We needed him badly because we need some offense. So I called Mrs. E., his host mom, Barbara Ellsworth, in the Cape League Hall of Fame. I knew Mrs. E because a couple of my teammates played down there for YD, and I knew her. So I drove down to YD one night when they were playing the game. I want to get this guy to come. So I went to the game. I waited till after the game. Mrs. E was there. She goes, "What are you doing?" I said, I gotta talk to Coach about Mike Tamsin. We need Mike. She goes, "Oh, he's staying with me. You need Mike?" "Yeah." She goes, "I'll be right back." She went over. She talked to Coach Pickler. She came back. She said, "Mike will be there tomorrow." So Mike came down here and hit .417. Was a great hitter from Northeastern. Thank you, Mike. Outstanding. Adam. Oh, the other way, 4 more guys, real quick. Adam Wilk from Long Beach State. Little lefty comes in from Coach Weather, sends him out here. You know, he was 170. Well, 170, if that. Like, he seemed like he must have grown because he was like 6 feet, 160. All the guys were like 6'3", 6'4". And Adam came in. He outpitched them all. I mean, unbelievable. Pitching for the Tigers. I remember you were Toledo. I went to Pawtucket to see you in Pawtucket up there. When you were pitching there, you were scouting the game because you just pitched. And I get to sit with you. It was unbelievable. What I learned that night was AAA players made $14,000 a year in baseball, and that was sad. So anyway, and now we have Murderers Row over here. Okay, oh my God, just a bunch of hitters, just a bunch of players. Troy Dixon. What Chuck didn't tell you is, you called Chuck and he said, he didn't tell me about you till the next day. I said, just get him. The guy didn't pull his hamstring. We just took you anyway. Okay, we wanted you because you could play. You could play and you could hit and you could catch. I thought you were going to be a big leaguer. I put my name, I checked that off there. I thought you were going to be a big leaguer. You were great. Unbelievable catcher and an unbelievable hitter. Just a leader. He led that team. Benny Roberts, 2 years of Benny Roberts from Washington State, comes out here and just mashes and just plays hard and just plays and stays. Played 2 years. Washington State, a long way from home. He didn't go home. He stayed 2 years. Thank you very much. And Yale Rosen just pounded. He just mashed. Look at him. He benched 410, he said last week. He's catching up to me. Okay? Great job. Just hit the ball. You could just hit. You guys are all a pleasure to watch. Mayor Sardella, thank you for getting the ball rolling here. Carmen, you put your stamp on it. Norm, you made sure they played, and you guys all played your ass off for us. Can't thank you enough, okay? Great class. Got my son Derek here. 2 things. We have reception down at Johnny's. The Wyndham, the Old Atlantic Beach, Johnny's Wyndham Hotel up on the hill. Reception there starting at 7 o'clock. You're all welcome to come. Food, drinks, everything. Come and see the guys. And, you know, in this day today, I was riding my bike today about 9:30, riding around town checking things out. I come by the ballpark, and our staff is already here at 9:30. My man Benny, Eric, everybody was here. Your whole team was here. Nate, everybody. Thank you guys for the sacrifices you guys make to make us a great organization. Really, you guys do a great job, okay? You really do. Thank you for doing that. All your volunteers. Julia, thank you for your help. And a special shout out to my friend Rusty Begno. Rusty, thank you for making the journey up here, brother, okay? You are what we are all about in this organization, okay? Thank you. And thank you to everybody for coming. You guys are the best. We love the Gulls. Oh, one more thing. Derek wants to say, what do you want to do, buddy?
Can I have everyone stand up, please, and stretch?
Take me out to the ball game.
we're going to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I need everyone's help, okay? A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Let me root for the Gulls team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Thank you very much. We'll see you at the Wyndham, okay? Thank you very much to everybody. Mikey Vasile, great job, Mikey. Harry, great job, Harry. Nice job. Thank you very much. Thank you to Team Gulls. You guys are the best.
Well, show's over.
For it.